The first deck of today's wonderful Sunday stream is bad. Y'all, we're going to lose a lot. I'm putting that out there right now, but I wanted to try it anyways. Maybe I will be pleasantly surprised. So, this deck is Kecleon Rapid Strike deck. So, Kecleon Rapid Strike deck, well, that's built around two cards. Well, several cards. One of them is Kecleon. Kecleon here says this Pokemon is the same type as any basic energy attached to it. And it can do 90 damage for 3 colorless energy, or 3 whatever color energy you want that will also be Kecleon energy. Somebody did this to us, and I want to do it back, so we're pairing this up with Kabutops here. So Kabutops says that apply weaknesses for your opponent's active Pokemon is 4 times instead of 2 times. So if this is sitting on our bench, and we're Kecleoning people for whatever is super effective, we're not doing 180, we're doing 360 damage, right, per swing. That's a lot. Now, this is a really squishy. This is the definition of a glass cannon. We went through this all like that. Hey, Joe, what's going on, buddy? Ooh, I like your TwitchCon 2023 badge. That's neat. So colorful. Anyways, let's see. So Kecleon and Kabutops is the plan. Because this is a Rapid Strike deck, and because that gives us access to this double colorless that doesn't work for Kecleon. It doesn't give it the colors, but it does give it the energy without a reduction in damage. We're also playing Octillery. Octillery is a great Rapid Strike Pokemon. It will help us find what we need, hopefully. And we're actually playing with a new one we haven't played before yet. This is Empoleon. I'm probably going to call him Emporio at some point because of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. But anyways, Empoleon says as long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, your opponent's basic Pokemon at play have no abilities except for Pokemon with a rule box. So what this shuts off is this shuts off Comfies. This shuts off Mimikyus. This shuts off anything that isn't a God Pokemon. And when we combine that with Spiritomb, we can actually lock people out pretty well. So here's hoping that works the way we want it to, and we're not sorely disappointed. But let's find out together, shall we? Let's get started here. What's our battle pass for the day? Attach 3 tools. We'll reshuffle that one. We don't do a lot of tools. Stadiums and prize cards. That should be very simple. Also, I was told glass cannons are best getting... They're really not. But hey, they kind of work, right? You can explode in shrapnel. Glass shrapnel. My buddy and me built this deck yesterday, and if it wins, I promised that I would call it Kec W. So here's hoping we don't have to do that. All right. Yes, actually, we do want to go first. Yay! We want to evolve a bunch of stuff. And we want to get our, Emporio out quickly. Okay, well, this hand's not going to do it. And neither for them. All right. They're an electric deck, which is a little nerve-wracking. There's only 1 fighting energy in my deck. Yeah, so we need to be careful with that one. Kecleon's going to be a little tough. I was hoping when I built this that we wouldn't have to deal with that too much. Thank you for the shout out there, Icy. Oh, sweet, they're done. Woo! Nailed it. What's up, Icy? Easy money, first one of the day. Rack 'em up, rack 'em up. Miraidon is scared of a chameleon. Oh, look at this guy. He thinks he's a chameleon. Sorry, I'm sorry. Oh, let's wake up together with our Pokemon, y'all. That sounded weirder than I meant it to. Let's wake up together with playing Pokemon with each other. That's weird. Our opponent has won the coin flip. Do they know what they want to do with their life? Let's find out together. This song's so good. Okay. We have yet to see an Emporio, but, you know, we'll do what we can. Is this another electric deck? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Our opponent may not be here right now. Our opponent may be AFK. But we're going to do our best to play our game. Another electric deck? That's fine. Is that going to be the theme of the day? Electricity. Or is it just electric players who aren't actually there? Hmm. Oh, never mind. Okay. Works great for us. I'll get another Kecleon out there. I'll get a Remoraid. We're going to go ahead and Arven here. An electric deck means that Spiritom's not going to work too well, except for exactly against right. Let's try and be as smart as we can here. Because we already have a Switch in hand, we're going to try and get an Empoleon going. Do I want eggs? Sure. Thank you, babe. Appreciate you. And we are weak to electric with Empoleon, so this might be a mistake to do this, but I'm going to do it anyways. Because we've never let making a mistake stop us before, dang it, we're not going to start today. Now the good news, if they evolve this into a Flaffy, it doesn't have its ability anymore. Ta-da! That's like it. That's the good news. That was it. I hope y'all were excited for some short good news. Okay, that's fine. I'm glad we played our hand out, actually, as best we could there. Okay. Energies are a good thing. See, and Spiritomb wouldn't stop this, because this is an EX. That's kind of what I was thinking when I was like, do we get Empoleon or do we get Spiritomb? If it was not the electric deck, we might have gotten Spiritomb, but it is, so there's no point. The only thing that Spiritomb stops in their deck that is important to stop is, Raikou. Okay, they did get the Raikou. If they switch this Raikou to the front here, like retreat to have the Raikou to have the card draw, I'm probably going to use the Arven for a Spiritomb. Okay. Probably going to use the Arven for a Spiritomb, though. Just kind of cut their card draw off while we can. Empoleon does stop Flaffy from doing its thing, but they don't have a Flaffy right now, and we have bigger problems. So, let's see here. It's only one card a turn. What's the worst that could happen? Okay, I'm gonna do something stupid here. We're not gonna need Steel, we're not gonna need Psychic. It doesn't really matter what I pick here. The Korrina, we can't play the Korrina. Let's grab the energy for now, so next turn we can play the Korrina. Ooh, a Hitmonchan. I think I Hitmonchan. I feel like the difference between 5 cards and 6 cards doesn't work the Spiritomb when I'd rather have the Octillery. My personal thoughts there. Now see, if they do this to get a Flaffy, they're going to be very disappointed that the Flaffy doesn't work. I think that's what they're going to do. They don't need anything else. And they might be trying to get that energy out. Yeah, they're going to be very disappointed because the Flaffy's not going to work because of Empoleon. Great news for us. Why won't it work? Wait. Wait, what? Oh, it's basic Pokemon. Whoops. It still works. Okay. Oops. Learning our cards as we go, y'all. Learning our cards as we go. Now, this won't kill us. It's gonna suck. It's gonna hurt. But it shouldn't kill us because it's 240 And we have 260 because of the Bravery Charm, so ha ha ha! Oh. Oh my. They're powering up. Interesting choice. Interesting choice. We're going to put this here. We're going to use this. We are going to sack the Empoleon. It's done its job. We're going to have it do its hit and then move on. Okay, the Dome Fossil is actually a pretty good draw here. Because we have a Rare Candy. Okay. Benefit, this is kind of how the Empoleon is supposed to work here. When we use Swirling Slice, we're going to take the double colorless if we think we're about to die, and put the double colored on Kecleon. Because that way we can save it and Kecleon can do its attack next turn. Now, if they use this, they're going to use all of their energies to knock out the Empoleon, because it does take all three. And they're going to get 2 prize cards, and then we're going to, in response, knock it out with Kecleon and get 2 prize cards. Now, we are in a dangerous spot here now. But we still got a shot, you know what I mean? Okay, that was not exactly what we wanted to draw. It'll work. Let's see here. Okay, Spirit Tomb's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. What we really wanted was a Kabutops there, and a Energy Search. Beggars can't be choosers. Okay. Arven gonna get him an Ultra Ball for another Flaffy? I could see that. They could also get a Forest Sealstone because they haven't used that yet. They haven't used their V-Star move yet. Okay. Just a Hand Crank and a Bravery Charm. These are terrifying things. Don't get me wrong. Terrifying. Okay. That's actually kind of nice for us. We'll feed him the other Kecleon that we don't really care about. This one's the one that's been invested in. Okay. Okay. They want to turn off. Oh, they're going to do this so they can... They might have another switching effect. That's unfortunate for them, though. That was a lot of their investment that turn, was to try and get that energy crank going. Unfortunate for the opponent. Okay, okay. Now, interestingly enough, this Zapdos is actually weak to us, which is very exciting news. What's up, Freddy? Okay. Well, we didn't draw what we were looking for here. Let's see what we can get here. None of these seem great. We don't have... what I need is some way to get a Kabutops here. Or a new hand. Would take a new hand here. Feed him the Spiritomb that isn't super necessary at this point. Let's put... Sure. Gonna play our hand out here as much as we can. Yeah. See what they do. We didn't really have the time to take a turn off here. That's what it feels like to me. We were kind of going at parity, kind of keeping him on the ropes here, but now we took a turn off and they're not going to. Oh, thanks, babe. Biscuits. I thought about it, Freddy, but not really. I'll explain in a second. The reason being, that would give him a free switch in to get this Raikou back up front to knock out whatever we actually had an investment on. I guess because I had the second double energy, that might have been a good call. I could see that. Yeah, I know, right? That research looked nice. Also Mad Jelly. Them missing on that again's great for us, though. Okay. Okay. This is kind of what we wanted here. They're putting their attack up front here. Taking out the Spiritomb. They're getting one prize card. They're pulling ahead, but now we've got a chance to rebuttal here. It's the way it works, right? Every type is expressed in this deck's energies, but in two, except for fighting and water. And now where fighting energy would be super helpful here. We're going to put this other Kecleon up front because I'm probably going to use the Switch and use the Octillery to try and get a Korrina here. Or we'll just hit it organically. That's fine. Well, in that case, we're going to use Kecleon to get an Empoleon. Put Empoleon there. So we'll put this here. What's up, Ayanami? How's it going, my friend? Okay, let's switch here. We're gonna switch the Octillery to the front. It's kind of done its point. We have a retreat too if we need it, but it has done its thing, and I really, really want a Kabutops. Okay. Well then. We ain't gonna get one. Alright, we're gonna hit this thing back. It's only 90 damage, but we want to do it and get some damage going here. I should have done this to the Marie. Freddy, you were right. That was a misplay on my part. Waking up, right? That's gonna be my excuse. I am not awake yet. It's a bad excuse because I'm drinking a Red Bull, and nobody likes excuses, Wiggles. Nobody. Okay, if they want to build up Zapdos, that's actually great for us because this electric energy makes this Kecleon super effective. It's not enough to knock it out yet because it's only 180. We still need the Kabutops. Well, at least they got a hit this time. Okay, okay. I'm assuming this is to get rid of our tower. It might be to get rid of the Kecleon's Bravery Charm. It's probably the tower. which is fine. We have another tower. It's fine. And it's not really doing much for us here. We tried a couple different builds of this deck, and I think we're probably going to decide that one of those is a little bit more efficient. We cut the Gita, and I think Gita's really important to this strategy, but maybe not. Maybe not. Hey, look, a distraction. That is not what we wanted. Let's see here. We might just be tapping out here, y'all, if we don't have... yeah. Yeah, alright, well. Well. Yep, alright. GG opponent. Tough game. Tough game. Should see what... Should we... We should probably... Because of how omnipresent electric is, I should readjust which of our energies are represented by 2 and 1. So let's go take a look at that real quick. Electric is very popular, and I think I messed up by not respecting that enough. So we're going to put 2 fighting in there, which means we need to go down 1. I think we only need 1 water. You don't see a lot of fire anymore. The fire deck is a Charizard deck, which is a dark type, so you don't need the fire or the water energy. Steel helps with exactly Chine Pow. There's not a lot of psychics or dark stuff running around that's psychic. Oh, that's for fighting, not for dark, duh. Dark is grass, which that's the Charizard. Okay, what's the cut? Probably electric. Don't see a lot of that type of water anymore. Okay, alright, let's try it this way. Cut fire? Oh, that's a good shout. Yeah, grass is like never seen anymore. Good shout, good shout. Yeah, back on the electric. We're definitely going to see more water Pokemon or flying Pokemon than we are grass Pokemon. Good shout, Freddy. Yeah, that's a good point. The flying and the water. Electric doesn't hit Chine Pow. Chine Pow's weak to steel. It's a ice type. But it does hit Lumineon. And it hits some other stuff that they play. Greninja. Greninja's a big one. It's neat to play this game to, like, try to, yeah, the Chine Pow deck, fair. But to try and, like, say, okay, what do we need to hit? And you realize that most colors are actually pretty represented in this game. Like, the current meta, you will see most types with some frequency. One of the other reasons I wanted to play this deck, and the reason we're going to be playing, I think it's next, right? We're playing Greed and Ho-Oh next is, y'all, the rainbow with these new energies looks so good. Oh, it looks so good. Okay. Not the best. This might be good enough, though, depending on what they flip here. If they try to flip something that cares about being basic V's abilities, like if this is the Mew deck, we're sitting pretty. It's not. We're uglier than we thought. Not the best starting hand. Not the best starting hand. That's a good pull. That's a very good pull. Let's get an Empoleon. The Dome Fossil out. We're going to save the Energy Search until we know we need it. Let's just go ahead and put a Fire Energy here for now. We're not going to use the boss's orders. There's no reason to. I don't think they play any basic Pokemon without a rule box that has an ability. Their deck in particular. Of course, now they're going to throw out 4 Comfies and I'm going to look like an idiot, but I don't think they do. I don't think we need to worry about trying to get the Empoleon out front now. What's up, Optics? How's it going, my friend? We're trying some jank this morning. Them putting that there means they're probably not going to evolve at this turn, which is great for us. Okay, I was actually really hoping for a double colorless energy there. But that's okay. That's okay. Do we Ultra Ball here or not? I don't think so. I don't think we should Boss's Orders this either. Let's Boss's Orders it. I put this here. Do this. We know the Spiritomb has no text against them, so we're actually going to put this back in our hand to Ultra Ball it later. We're so close. See, if I got the double colorless, or if we had a Remoraid Octillery going right now, we would be able to just shut down our opponent. As it is, we're giving them another turn here, and that's probably going to be bad. Probably. Maybe not. Maybe their hand is hot crap, too. Probably not. But maybe, you never know. Alright, we got this. We got this. Alright, Charmander, what are you doing? Oh, no. Wow. 2 Charizards and an Arcanine. That is crazy. Dang. I mean, dang, y'all. This is very unlikely to become a problem now. Now we need to worry about this one. That being said, they retreated it. Put the Charizard back up front? They're like trying to wall really hard here. Red Zard. It was, but I wanted to try and get the, I wanted to hit this and set ourselves up to hit that as efficiently as possible here. Okay, the Super Rod's not going to do it for us, but let's be smart here. At this point, we're going to go ahead and grab, we're on the Empoleon strategy here. So let's do this. That. I think we need to get a Remoraid here, because if we could get an Octillery going, we would be able to Korrina at our own pace here. Now, if nothing else, if they don't, whichever one of these they don't evolve, or if nothing else goes wrong here, we will Boss's Orders and be able to use Empoleon. At least once. Ta-da. Do they have an Arcanine as well? Wowzers, okay. They have so many supporters in their deck. They had the Arcanine, okay. Now, if they mess up and put the... If they do this to Arcanine here... If they do that to Arcanine here, they make the Arcanine killable. Now, if they can switch this out, it won't die. But if they can't switch this out... Okay, we get to knock the Arcanine out. That is huge. We can do exactly 230 damage. Or 260 damage. So that was really big. Really big. Thank you, opponent, for that. I appreciate you. We're going to play this out, because we might as well. And whoo, that was close. Let's put... Sure, why not? Okay, okay. It's Sudden Flamigo. Okay, so they're gonna get the Arcanine and the Growlithe back, I assume. They might have... Okay, they actually went for their Charizards, which is scary, because that means they probably have a Rare Candy, because they haven't ditched any Rare Candies, right? Yeah, and they haven't ditched any Charmeleons either. Uh-oh. We're in danger. And we're out of Boss's Orders now. Yikes. Called it. Now, in theory, we can one-shot a Charizard with a Kecleon that's got Psychic Energy, or Grass Energy on it. In theory. If we also have a Kabutops out, which we're very far from all of that. We're not really getting any of our supporters. How many are they playing? They're playing with way too many. We're not playing with enough. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in their discard pile alone. We're just not playing with enough. Sure. Sure. Well, we're not gonna not hit him. So, if those of y'all are just joining us, I said at the beginning, this deck is bad and I expect us to lose a lot. So this is all according to plan. But it's fun. We're trying something different, right? What more can you ask for? Yeah, I agree, Freddy. That's definitely our weakness here. Of course, what do you cut is the hard part. I could see Bibarel Engine. Okay, we don't have anything ready to do in response here. So, yeah, I think we lose. Just in time, Kecleon. Yay. Fine. More supporters from the opponent. I think they have too many, but I don't think we have enough. Charmanders for days. They really are. Their deck is like mostly supporters. They brought their friends to play. Nothing wrong with that. It's important to have a good support structure in live chat, and our opponent has that on lock. Nope. All right. Okay, let's take a look. There's only so much we're going to be able to do to make this deck playable. But we can try. We're not going to give up. Your strike. I'm the one playing the Rapid Strike deck. Rude. It's just rude. Oh, I guess my strengths were a little too rapid. Like, meh. Meh. How dare. How dare. Alright, what are we cutting here? What are we adding? What are we cutting? Alright, let's just take a look this way here. I think I'm gonna go down a Dome Fossil. I feel comfortable doing that. Let's go down a Bravery Charm here. Let's add 2 Professors. That should be enough. That should be enough, right? That looks like it's enough. We'll put a couple of babes in there. Oak is a babe. We'll be good there. Alright, let's try it. Why aren't we running Forest Seal? That's a good question, actually, Freddy. That's a really good question. That would be a lot better on Emporio. Bringing up excellent questions, Freddy. Because I'm bad. That's why. Okay, is this another electric deck? Because we are a little better set up to handle that than we once were. Again, Empoleon doesn't really want to handle that, which is weird to think about, right? Like, I know Empoleon is a water type, but it's a penguin. You feel like a penguin would be an ice type, right? Does sound like a good idea. Does sound like a good idea. This is a really bad starting hand to go first on. Sure is. Hey, look, the electric deck. Oh no. Alright, let's try again. Let's try again. I could see the writing on the wall on that one, y'all. Wasn't no. Alright. Quick concession moving on. Let's add a V. Let's change it. I'm torn here because the Bravery Charm actually did help us once, but I don't think it's gonna win us the game, and Kecleon doesn't really care. Like, the difference between 90 and 140 is not that much. Like, 140 is still gonna die to most things. So let's try let's try one of these. I'm digging Freddy's idea here. Yup. Again, y'all, I'm not at all surprised this deck is getting its butt kicked. And if we won with it, we were going to have to change the name to Kec W. Thanks, babe. Whew. That's a tasty plate. Would also consider more balls. Noted. I know what you're saying. I'm a child. I really want to get this Empoleon down against a Comfy deck, because the fact that Empoleon stops Comfy, and Comfy is so important to the Lost Zone decks, I wanted to get a chance to try that. Sorry, y'all don't get to watch me eat. Sad day. Exactly, Freddy, exactly. I'm tempted to get a Kabuto here, but I don't think that's the right, or a Dome Foss, but I don't think that's the right thing here. I think we want the Octillery more. Yeah, I agree. Save it. They're not going to be able to knock it out this turn, so we're going to save it. Overusing it for a supporter. We can actually... Oh yeah, that's right, they don't get to use the tail. Ha! Wrecked. We might use the Sealstone to get an Octillery, because Octillery can get us a supporter, and then we have the Octillery set up for following turns. Might be the play here. We'll see what we draw. Nice, I play with that too. Not in this deck, but nice. Okay, that's a pretty solid draw. Ooh, or we could get the Rapid Strike Energy. Let's get the Korrina here. This Mew's not doing anything, so there's not a huge point in killing, like, knocking it out. Plus, I really wanted to get the fossil here. We didn't, and that was unfortunate, but I think that was the right thing to try and do. Oh yeah, and Spirit Tomb's preventing their Zacian from doing its thing, too. We've got him locked up a little bit here, which is nice. That's, like, the point. That was what this was supposed to do. Why did they get to use it that turn? You got it, Simon. Why did they get to use Mew if Empoleon's still out there? Oh, because Spirit Tomb says that it doesn't actually have that ability. Interesting. That's a non-bow. Need to keep that in mind. Exclamation point ticket if you would like a chance to win a pack, yo. What's up, Sliding Mike? Let's get our fossil on here. We're going to Octillery for a double colorless energy. We could energy search, but I actually want an Octillery here. For the double, not double colorless, for the... Yeah, we still have our rapid strike thing. For that one, I'm gonna put this here. No need to do anything else right now, so let's just take out the Mew. And we're gonna put the Dark Energy on the Kecleon, because the Dark Energy is for the Gardevoir, and in case the Gardevoir comes out, we'll be able to do a big chunk of damage to that. And we don't, if we had a Steel Energy, we would put that there, but we don't, so... Now see, another thing that we probably should have done here, if we had put the double energy from Empoleon onto Kecleon, I could use the energy search in my hand to grab a steel energy and we could have one-shot this Zacian. So, possible mix. Oh, that's a good shout, Freddy. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, the Mew can find the fossil, which means we would need to play with less fossils. We would want to play with less supporters, though. I really like having Mew for, item decks, right? Less supportery decks. That's a shame. That's going to be our Rare Candy and our Kabutops. RIP. Okay, never mind. We got it again. And we got an energy. And we still have Octillery, too, so we're still sitting mostly pretty. Mostly pretty. You like Irida here? Because of the retemplating on tools, I also like Irida here. Seems like a good idea. This is finally Gardevoir time, I'm assuming. Oh, rip. That's unfortunate. We can use Octillery to get another tower, though. That's exciting. Okay, they didn't want to play the Gardevoir out. That's interesting. Alright, so, step 1. Use Arven for a rare candy. No, we're gonna do that. Okay, then let's use Octillery here. We don't actually have to get the temple. We do. We already played a supporter. There's no point in trying to get a Korrina. There's also no more Korrinas in here. Let's get the temple. Or the tower, I mean. Take care of that. Oreo. This deck is not as bad as I thought it was going to be, I'll be completely honest here. Big agree, Freddy. I mean, the problem is there's a bunch of good cards to add, right? It's what do you cut? Like, one version of this deck doesn't play with Kabutops, but Kecleon is not good enough without Kabutops. 180 damage is not good enough. Cut Tomb. That's fair. Tomb does shut down a lot of stuff we hate, though. But yeah, you're right. It's not worth having if it's a non-bow. That's a good point. I think Empoleon's better than Tomb in this deck. Because it's Rapid Strike. It's way better. And there's only one Tomb. It's a much easier cut. Sliding Mike, thank you for the sub, my friend. Welcome, welcome. I appreciate you for doing that. Hang on, wait. Make sure there's no food on my face. Thank you so much for your support. I really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate you. Oh no, that's a lot easier because of our lack of Rapid Strike, or our Rapid Strikers. Uh-oh. Cheers, buddy. Those boots look good on you. Okay, we are going to go ahead and throw a Kecleon out here now, just because this is easier to take care of. We're not going to put the other Kecleon out because of this Drapion. Let's see here. We don't have a Steel Energy. Let's see what we can get with this bad boy. Guess we grab that for later. Let's go ahead and do this here. Spinning attack, I guess. I mean, it's cards, right? Hey, Korrina. All right. A little late, but she's here. I'm very curious. I mean, we're holding our own, right? Like, this is the crazy part about this deck. Like, it feels like we're not bad. We're just a little bit slower, like a little bit behind, which means we're pretty close to having something playable here. I know there's something with this Kecleon Kabutops thing. It's consistency and power. That's what we're missing. But that's doable. We can find consistency and power. We can make a deck that is both of those things with these cards. So they can't actually attach, they can't use Gardevoir to attach a Psychic Energy to this Drapion. They might be able to use this Gardevoir. Or they're just gonna penny. Interesting. Okay, sure. Sure. Okay. My brain. Okay, now we are gonna play this out. We're gonna put this here for sure. Let's use this. Shuffle the dark. Might as well shuffle 3 of them back in here. No point in shuffling any other Pokemon. There's only 3 prize cards, and we have more than enough stuff there for that. Are we gonna do... Let's do this first, because we know we're gonna use this card. Okay. Still not the Steel Energy that we want here. If we can rip this... Dark should be okay, actually. Dark should be fine. Dark should be solid here. I'm gonna fail to find there. So the Dark is plenty. Okay, so here's the play, right? Swirling Slice to knock out this Gardevoir. And then we're going to put the double energy onto the Kecleon. Because now, if they throw this Gardevoir out in response to try and knock us out, we can have the Kecleon, because we have a Kabutops ready. We should be able to do the thing here, hopefully, because we have this Dark in our hand. So they're going to use this to do a bunch of damage. It's not even going to knock us out, but if they don't mess with the tower, we have a free retreat here. Okay, so they're going to go for the Kecleon. Smart. Unfortunate, but smart from our opponent. Sad. Sad. We had a line, they saw it, and they were going to stop us. Rip. Maybe I shouldn't have done that because none of them could actually knock out the Empoleon, and now we're going to lose our double energy. That's possible that that was my mistake. I could see that. Let me see here. Yeah, and we don't have any more doubles in here. That's a shame. But again, we're so close to being playable here. Cheryl's interesting with their deck. That's brutal. Think we're out of gas at this point? If I still had the double colorless, or the double energy, we could knock something out here. Dang it, Bobby. Alright. No, I will be right back. I'm sorry, I gotta go to the bathroom. I will be back in just a bit. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. I accidentally sprayed Febreze all over my foot as well, so that is interesting. I'm gonna smell great. Back in we go. Wait, we were gonna make some changes. Okay. Let's see here. Cut the Spiritomb. Don't really need that. How many basics does that leave us with? 2, 8. 8's a little low. It should be okay, but 8 feels a little low. What were we gonna add? Irida, that's right. Let's go down on Arven and add 2 Iridas. Oh, and more, okay, more Korrina's focus too. Okay, well, let's go up 1, let's do 2 Iridas, 1 Arven. And a Korrina's focus. Alright, that should be plenty. Let's try that. That should be better. Boom. Sure it does, Icy. This deck also has 2 energy lottos in it, and I think we would be happier with 3 energy searches. We have 2 and 2 right now, and I think we should just do 3 energy searches. The lottos don't really help us. If we need the double energy, we can use Octillery to get it. Maybe we should leave 1 in. That's tough. I'd rather have 3 double colorless is not the right. I'd rather have 3 double energies. Personally. This is a pretty good starting hand, actually. Yeah. Okay, another electric deck, so should be okay. Let's get a Kecleon. Oh my god, we had a giveaway going this whole time. Whoops. And the winner is Sliding Mike. Congratulations, Sliding Mike. Y'all, I'm gonna wake up and be so good at this one day. Woo! Tell you what. I'll tell you what. In the meantime, our opponent played out everything. Okay. Seems fair. And what a draw it was. Like, our good games feel great and our bad games feel terrible. Hey, that's a good draw. 4 Ultra Balls in this deck. That's a good point. That's a good point. More tweaking, slight balancing. If we're gonna have 3 Korrinas anyways, you're right. It does make sense to have more Ultra Balls than Nest Balls. Okay. Interesting. Ah, my face. We're just always just a little too far behind. Doesn't mean there's nothing here. But there's nothing here right now, and that is the problem. And we don't have a way to take advantage of the fact that this thing can't attack next turn. They don't have any attacks up. We just don't. Yeah, alright. It doesn't help that we've been playing against a lot of electric decks today when we finally play a water deck, but what can you do? That's just how it goes. Alright, let's do the giveaway, do one more with this deck. I'm about done here. It's just not coming together like we had hoped. Let's make that last change for the Ultra Balls. It's a good shout. Okay, so let's go down Lottos. Let's go up Ultra Balls. Let's go down a Nest Ball. Let's go up a double. That should be enough. That should be enough, right? That's a lot of changes. This is looking a lot different. Maybe this will be better. Maybe. Who knows? Not I. Ooh, I like that coin. I looked at that one too, Freddy, when I was building this. Well, the exciting part is that I'm done eating. Yay! Alright. Well, Empoleon doesn't stop either of them. Charizard? Charmander? Go for Lost Box, yeah. Pass. It's very good, but no. That's not a Charmander. Okay. Okay. Of course, we play Empoleon to stuff Lost Box and haven't seen it comfy all morning. That's just how it goes. That's why you don't build anti-meta decks. Not gonna work. Don't worry, we have another anti-meta deck coming up later. Okay, let's do this first. Right, well that's the thing, is they are. It's just not today. Not this time. Okay, so let's put this to get rid of that so they can't use that anymore. We're gonna put the double here because they can't knock us out next turn. Arven's gonna get us, because we already have an Ultra Ball, Arven's gonna get us a Fossil. Okay, the Forest Sealstone is in the prize cards. That is unfortunate. I think we're still gonna get that because we already have the Kabutops here. Because what we can do next turn is we can evolve the Kabutops, use the Ultra Ball to ditch the boss's orders and whatever else we get for a Octillery, and then use the Octillery to get a Korrina's Focus and gas our hand back up. That's the goal. That's the, hopefully, yeah, this hand did turn out pretty good, actually. The fact that they ditched an Iono is great. I'm terrified they're going to play one. Okay, that's fine. They want to like, haha, I'll take care of that. That's great. That means they're not messing with us right now, and they haven't played anything else out that we are concerned about. This is a Gardevoir deck. The Gardevoir deck is the Cresselia one, I believe. I might be wrong about this, but I think that's what this means here. Also, the fact that they're playing a bunch of level balls, yeah. Yep. Okay, well that's actually interesting. We know we're gonna do this. We can't attack. Like if I had another energy, we would hold off on the Ultra Ball and just Moonglow this one, or just Boss's Orders that one and take that out. But we don't, so we're gonna have to do it this way. It sucks that we have to ditch our last tower to do this. I kind of wish we had drawn one of our many useless energies here, but what can you do? Let's get a Korrina. Yeah, I think you're right. These were some very good changes. Definitely moving in the right direction. Having a third of the double energy, I think, is a big deal, too. Okay. Now, we're going to put this one here. Because we're going to send the fighting energy down to the Kabutops. It's probably not going to matter, but I would rather send the fighting energy. We want to put this dark energy on a Kecleon when we get it. So if they like try to hide this Mew, like retreat it for free or something like that, we can Boss's Orders because we have the Octillery to get us a Kecleon. We don't actually have to have the Okay, so there's 2 Guard of War EXs. They only have 2 energy in the bin though. Double turbo. I thought about that as well, Freddy. I think at that point though we have just too much energy because we need 2 of each of the colors and then the doubles for the rapid strike. Maybe that would be a tough one, though. And Kecleon doing double turbo, it doesn't just do minus 20 damage. It does minus, like, 80 damage, right? Because the whole point is that we're quadrupling its damage. That's a shame. Hopefully we're not too punished here. Not too punished. Am I missing a card? I'm missing a card. I was supposed to get 6 and I have 5 and they're like, shifted to the side. Well, that's kind of weird. Found a little bug. Alright. These are my 5 cards, and here's where I put my 6th card. If I had one! Oh, hey, it's a Kabuto. Okay, that's a lot of damage. Okay. Okay, so the question becomes, how do we want to do this? I think we're going to Ultra Ball these 2 away for the Kecleon. Okay. Gonna play that there. We're gonna energy search for the dark energy that we know is in our deck. Gonna put the dark energy on Empoleon here. We're going to do this for a Korrina. Draw 3 cards. Another Kecleon's actually a great draw here. And let's Nest Ball for another Empoleon while we're here. I learned my lesson. I like that we're getting like a rematch here, you know? It feels like we have a shot to redeem ourselves, see if we're making any progress. We've made a lot of progress on this deck, y'all. This is a lot better than it was before. Okay. Enjoy your day, Freddy. Thanks for being here. Thanks for your input. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful day, my friend. Okay. The difficult part here. What do we do now? I was hoping for a boss's orders that hand, because if we got a boss's order this one in the front, we'd be in a much better spot. That's a lot of damage, at least, so you know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna hit the Gardevoir as hard as we can. Ha! It's a lot of damage. We'll take it. Another Dark Energy is a great pull there, actually. That's a really, really, really good draw. We are approaching the point where we're actually going to feed them the Octillery, because we don't really need it anymore. We've pulled through all of our Korrinas, right, with this one. Yeah, that's all three, and both of our towers, right? Like, yeah, the double energies are nice, but I think we're through... Yeah, we're through 2 of those as well. So at this point, we're going to feed them the Octillery when they knock out the Kecleon. We need a second to build up. Reversal Energy does not work on Gardevoir. That's an interesting decision to put that there. It gives them the 1, right? They could do that move now. Okay. Okay, let's see here. So let's use it to get our last energy. We know that's here. That's the only thing we care about. We're going to grab it now. Let's put this here. We're also going to go ahead and Irida here. And we're actually... The Forest Sealstone is still not in my deck, which is sad, because that's what I was thinking about getting, and it was a mistake. I guess we get the Super Rod then, so we can put those Dark Energies back in when all is said and done. We have an Energy Search, right? I think we don't. It's fine. Playing stuff out so that if they shuffle our hand up with Iono, we're not completely screwed. What's up, DJ Cart? Yeah, we're trying to make Kecleon work. It's better than it was when we started, but this is probably... Did I not say that? Yeah, okay, this is the last one, so exclamation point ticket if you want a chance to win. This is the last game we're playing with this deck before we move on to a different deck today. I want to see if we can make it work. I mean, we put up a heck of a fight. It's just not good enough, is the problem, okay? Interesting decision from the opponent. Not a bad decision. Not a bad decision at all. Let's see if we can do this. They have this other Kecleon, so I think they can just win. They don't have enough energy in the bin, actually, to win with that. Now they might. Now they might. Yikes, and they hit at least one there, too. Yikes. Unfortunate. We almost had him, y'all. A turn behind here. Yep, that's enough. That's enough to do it. Ah, such a shame. Such a shame. GG, opponent. Well, let's see here, y'all. Let's pull the giveaway. After we do the deck tech. I promise I remember how to stream. I promise. It hasn't even been that long. It's been like 2 days. Alright, so final thoughts. We're not done with this deck. I am comfortable saying this was strong enough that there's something here. We're going to keep looking and keep seeing if we can find it. This was a lot better than we started. Thanks in part to, in large part to people shouting out things in chat. It's like, we should try this, we should try this. Y'all's ideas are always welcome here. And yeah, I think we're close. I think we should probably cut the Kabuto. That's such an edge case scenario that we would actually evolve the fossil into a Kabuto and then do a Kabutops, and I think we might want to cut that and put in maybe another 4 Sealstone. Like, if we had had our 4 Sealstone, that last game would have been in the bag. We would have been able to win that one. I'm confident in saying that. Just got unlucky with that. So yeah, it came down to luck enough times that I feel like there's definitely a deck here. There's definitely something that we could do, and we're going to try again.